Hey, what's up, everybody? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. Want to talk about chems, proper chems, and the right amount of chems. A lot of times, you're going to see people that will either overdo it or not use the right thing, or they're giving credit to one cleaner that didn't do squat for the stain. If you got a really green house, certainly a degreaser or surfactant is going to help. But at the end of the day, when bleach is in your mix, that's what's doing 90% of the work. That degreaser, like I use Dragon Juice and Snotmonade in my mixes, and that helps me get a better result than I would get with just bleach. But if all I used was Snotmonade, if I, put 8 ounces of Snotmonade in my 5-gallon bucket, it's not going to clean the house. Going from 4 ounces of snot to 16 ounces of snot in that mix is not going to improve the results that I'm going to get with, versus the appropriate amount, which in a 5-gallon bucket, the rule of thumb is an ounce per gallon, when it's a surfactant or degreaser. With degreasers, you can go a little higher depending on how bad the soiling is, or what kind of fat you're dealing with, or grease and all. Beyond that, though, most of the time you're going to be, you'd be wasting stuff. I've actually found that I can get away with using less overall in it because of how strong and efficient and effective that those products are. Same thing with Dragon Juice. Andy will tell you less is more. Somebody was trying to clean, and then come down to cleaning the right surfaces. Throwing a whole bunch of EBC in for house wash, you're going to overdo it. A couple ounces if you really want to put that in there. Somebody was trying to clean what ended up being more of a rust stain from letters or a sign or whatever, that you've got to know and identify what the problem is, and then you can clean it properly. You're not going to clean efflorescence with bleach. It's not going to do anything. Using F9 to clean a roof, it might do something, who knows, but it's not the proper chem to use for that surface, or for that, for that stain, whatever it may be. Also, again, just because you're certain things, like upping your degreaser from, in a 5-gallon bucket, this person went from using 16 ounces to 30. That's going to make zero bit of difference. 16 ounces in 5 gallons is already, about 8 to 10 ounces too much for whatever you're doing. And sometimes you don't want to go, overdo it with that high strength. You're better off to do 2 treatments. Do a first, treatment. Same thing with rust. Do initial treatment of it. You clean the surface, spray some F9 or rust remover or whatever you got on the surface, brush it in, rinse it off. Okay, great. We got the top layer off. Now we've exposed the lower levels of it, and now we need to spray that on. Do another application, and you're going to see even more impact than if you were to go, let's just say we're using 25% strength rust remover than you would if you had, used double. If you used a 50-50 mix, you're still using about the same amount of product, but you're going to get, the more applications that you do of anything is going to get you a better result than just kind of nuking it from the beginning. And sometimes you're also going to end up overusing stuff when, if you just let's try a little lighter mix. I was going with an ounce per gallon for all my soaps, and then realized, oh, let me try messing with this a little bit. Let me see if I can, instead of using, 10 ounces, and I use soft wash mix, so I've already added the water to it. 10 ounces of Snotmonade in 100-gallon mix with 10 gallons of bleach and all that, or 8 pounds of bleach. I decided to go ahead and start using half of that, and results were still great. Tried going down half of that and found that really wasn't going to work that well. So now, instead of using 10 ounces, we're using somewhere between 4 to 6 ounces in most of our 100-gallon mixes, and getting great results, thereby not overdoing it with those detergents, and still getting fantastic results with it. So just because the manufacturer says to use, an ounce per gallon, that's just an easy rule of thumb, because nobody wants to say a quarter or 3/4 of an ounce. You're not going to measure that out. Again, and as you're growing, you're going to learn more about this detergent, that detergent, how to clean different kinds of stains. You'll always be increasing the stuff that's in your arsenal, as far as products for future cleanings and stuff. And it's good. I mean, even if I haven't had to do much efflorescence removal, but I've got Efflo for that day that I do. Nothing worse than getting hired for a job and realizing that you don't have the right tool for it, or you need a stronger tool, or whatever it may be. So anyways, guys, have a great day. Thanks.